Hello. Welcome to a special early in the day thing of Joe drinking of live stream. I'm Jason Sean Alexander's assistant Joe. Uh, how's everybody doing? Where are we? Are we live? Are you doing the multi-stream thing?
Yes.
We don't really talk before we actually go live, even though we're in the same room. Awesome. Uh, so yeah, today is Joe's got a thing, and I have a birthday thing tomorrow and tonight, and so we're doing an early one of these because I have a few sketches to do.
Yeah,
Joe, what are you doing?
we got a bunch of people. Well, I'm looking at the chat. So we got a bunch of people joining from Instagram.
Hello,
Now
people from
let's see.
Instagram.
Yeah, hello Instagram people.
Hello.
We got Lord Ego. Mark Smith says hello. DM Siren says hello.
Hello.
Yum12 said need more werewolves. Funky Monkey's here says happy birthday and howdy.
Or thank you.
Koss is here. He says hello everyone. What's up, Koss?
Thanks everybody for stopping by. Wait, can anybody see? Okay. Okay. I'm just doing a couple of sketch card stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much penciling's gonna happen.
People on Instagram, can you hear us okay? What's up, Dow? Dow's here. He says happy birthday.
Hello. Thank you. Um, for those curious, or for those not curious, I'm going to be 50 tomorrow, along with my brother from another mother, Mr. Rodney Barnes. We share the same birthday. So I'm going to go ahead and
Okay,
wish
cool. Thanks,
him a
Dave.
happy. I'm going to go
Oh,
ahead and wish him
Dave
a
said
happy
he can
birthday
hear
as
us.
well. Ah,
Yeah, happy birthday, Rodney. So what are we working on for this birthday stream?
little Spawn sketch cards.
Yes, Spawn sketch cards
Spawn,
for King Spawn
Spawny McSpawn pants.
50. I think it's for King Spawn 50.
Spawny McHooey. I'm feeling silly because I'm about to be 50. 50, Joe. 50.
50.
That number doesn't even sound right to me. I'm sure you look at it or whatever, but I'm just like 50. Uh, especially those of us in my generation, we just had a different idea of what 50 was supposed to look like.
How's it feel? Almost 50.
The will is strong, the body is weak.
Okay, so these are sketch cards. They're the cover H for King Spawn 50, which are a 1 in 1,000 variants.
Wow.
Yeah, each one will be 1 in 1,000, and they're an incentive variant. For King Spawn 50, which your local comic book shop can order now. I believe they can still order it.
How is everybody on this fine Thursday?
Yeah, it's Thursday. DM Siren said, "Tell him Chrissy say hi, love and miss him. Happy BDay."
Hello, Miss Christie. my Tennessee folks.
Lord Ego said, I'm 53. It's all good. Still doing all the dumb stuff I ever did. Don't sweat it. We got some more birthday wishes from the YouTube chat.
Thank you.
Dom Gomez says, happy birthday. Matt Nick says, afternoon, everyone. Happy birthday. I'm having to jump back and forth between the two chats. For some reason, the thing we're using isn't showing them all in one place. So I have to keep hopping windows instead of them all just being together. So apologies. There's not really a good way to keep an eye on both of them.
Hope everybody is having a lovely Thursday. I am heavily distracted for birthday situations and all that kind of stuff, but we still wanted to make sure we did one of these this week because I didn't want to leave people without. I don't know. I'm just talking at this point because I'm just drawing small.
Yeah,
Joe's not talking to me today, so I don't know what to do with
oh
myself.
no. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can
Oh,
hear you
okay.
not talking to me.
Oh, no, I'm trying to post the link on Patreon for the Patreon people. Sorry about that. No, I started getting feedback, so I was hearing you twice. Apologies.
Lucky you. Get it? Could you hear me twice? See,
What are
Joe's still
you
not
doing
talking.
for your birthday this weekend? Are you excited? Any big plans?
Just dinner, things like that. Nothing major. Maybe a trip next weekend, but
Ooh,
this weekend dinner with some close people. That to me sounds lovely.
yeah, that does sound nice. I wish I could be there, but I'll
That
be.
makes one of us. I kid. Being
Well,
rude at
yeah.
my old age.
Instagram chat's blowing up. They're saying happy birthday. Capa Delgardo says happy birthday for tomorrow. Monk Illustration says, let me know if you want me to send some Canadian chocolate bars for your birthday. Thomas loves them.
I don't know when I would ever say no to getting chocolate bars from somebody.
So
Except
Monk, that is a yes. Send those
yes.
chocolate bars. I got the sound effects in full effect.
Yeah, feeling it. I was sleepy all day today, and then now I'm kind of coming out of it.
Yeah, today was kind of a sleepy day. Monk said, I got you, man. You going to NYCC.
I am not.
Not this year, but next
Oops.
year.
Jason just ripping stuff.
Kiki Noel says, happy almost birthday.
Thank you for my happy almost birthday. It should be the same spot, right? There we go.
Monk said, well, shit. Monk, hit us up on Instagram, like DM us, and I'll get you the address for the office if you want to ship them. I think you can ship food like chocolate, right? It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of shipping, I'm working on shipping out everyone's spilled ink orders. So if you order, just be patient. It's literally just me shipping them. So I have to pack them and ship them and match up all the orders and everything. So just be patient. For printing one, all of the orders have gone out except for a handful, and they're all international. And then for printing two, those are all being packaged right now. So definitely just, be patient. Your order will ship. It's just me doing it. So, and we got a lot of orders. So thank you everyone that ordered also. And we have
Every,
a
everything Joe
new
said.
sketchbook. Yeah, we have a new sketchbook. I think we'll be releasing at the end of the month or beginning of next month. That is not spilled ink. It's a different one. Monk said, "I owe Jason a lot. He influenced my art style, or influenced my style, and I've ripped him off unceremoniously, which helped me land my first Spawn cover. The least I can do is get this guy chocolate bars for his birthday."
I like that. That's where it ends up, as most things should with chocolate.
I'm gonna have to go check out that Spawn cover.
What is Samson's book?
Let's see. Lee Smith says, "Happy birthday, sir."
Hello, Mr. Lee Smith. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks, Lee. What up? V Blank on YouTube says, "Hi Jason, happy birthday. I wanted to say that I discovered your work a few weeks ago when I picked up a Philadelphia comic from a charity shop.
Hey,
Love your work, and it's been really inspiring."
thank you.
Monk said the Spawn cover is issue 362.
That's where we're at already. Wow. I mean, I'm sure it's even
Oh yeah, it
past
came
that.
right up. Jeff Monk. Oh yeah, this cover's fucking sick. Great work, Jeff. This is sweet. That's fucking. There's two. There's like a more of like a virgin looking one, and then there's like the full cover. These are fucking sick. Not as sick as Jason's. It's its own sickness.
Wow. Sorry, I was busy getting down with the sickness.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Turning 50 and the dad jokes.
Mm,
Oh man.
right. The dad jokes in your 50s now involve bands like Disturbed. I
Have you seen
don't.
that karaoke video of the guy like doing it at it's I'll have to show it to you if you haven't. It's like a
No.
legendary like internet meme video.
Oh, nice. He's doing the sickness song.
Yeah, it's brutal. It's awesome. Art of War said, what year did you start drawing?" I started seriously drawing in 1999.
I started drawing professionally in 1998. Um, so sometime when I started drawing for what? Like for
He
real? Is
just
that
said,
what it?
"What year did you start drawing?" He said
Um,
he started seriously drawing in 1999.
it was always it was always a draw for a lot of years as a kid. My dad draws and paints, mostly draws, and So I was always doing it to kind of both do it and also spend time with him. So there's always been an aspect there, but it was in my teens when I knew I wanted to do something with my art for the rest of my life. At one point, it was special effects and makeup, so I was always doing, I guess, what would be now concept design. I was always doing monster designs and drawing. And then when I, sometime around 16 or 17, I got really serious about comics. And so that would have been sometime in the around 90, maybe somewhere.
What was the comic that like got you? Or is there like two or three that you were just like, holy fuck, people do this for a living? Like I got to do that.
Those when the Image guys were first at Marvel. I was of that perfect age that was just blown away. Like I'd never seen on Todd's Spider-Man, I'd never seen artwork like that. My older brother was into comics, but he was into comics like in the 80s and stuff. And so I'd always see these kind of relatively boring looking, you know, a lot of that art. But so those image, as far as McFarlane on Spider-Man and Lee and Liefeld on their respective books, and then Wolverine just blew me away with Silvestri. Um, but and then later on Buscema, I would discover all those early Buscema things. But like it was Todd that really like sealed the deal on like holy shit, I want to draw comics. Um, because I aped the living hell out of him. Um, what was his name, Monk? Like
Yeah.
I did the same. Todd was my first guy. I would just rip off, and at some point probably in the art book next year we'll I'll include some of those early high school drawings where I'm just like todding it out. It's just nuts. um so but yeah, that was the time that really just blew my mind, and I was just like, and then uh I found at the time, because I was finally going to the comic shops and all that. Then I found just The Crow, the comic book version, before the movie. And it was The Crow that basically made me just turn the wheel around 180, because I knew I wanted to draw comics, but then after The Crow, I knew I wanted to write comics. I knew I wanted to tell stories that affected people emotionally and all that stuff. And so McFarlane on Spider-Man and Obar's Crow are kind of the pivotal books for me.
The goth years.
Oh man, like the Gothiers didn't exist until the Crow. Yeah, yeah, the Crow just introduced me to that entire subculture. And I was just like, yes, I'm 16, 17. I need to dye my hair black and wear bondage pants. I really liked bondage
Yeah,
pants. Those were
you
the
show me you show me a couple pictures of you from then. I was like, holy shit, these are awesome.
that was the time. That's when I saw
You and your little gang, you guys looked like almost like comic book characters. Like you guys like had your like
right?
looks down. Yeah.
If you could design 90s comic book artists that were making their own book. It was us. It was literally like we just went for different. It's not like it was a bunch of us that looked the same. Like we were all just different people all around. It was kind of nuts. It was a good. It was a cast. If it were ever
Yeah,
a movie.
you guys looked like a motley of characters. It was pretty great.
Wow.
Okay, we got some comments running in. Steve Viner on YouTube said, "Can't wait for my copy to arrive." Talking about spilled ink.
Oh yeah. Hey Steve.
Um, Dave says, "My dad had the best dad joke. He said BRB, and that was 30 years ago." That's
It's
fucking
like
good.
it's terrible.
That's great. Lee Smith said, "Oh, cool. I didn't know your dad drew or painted."
Yeah, I got all of this stuff from him. I would have him at the time in the 80s when I was a child. I wanted to be Michael Jackson. So I would have him actually get the little, what were those called? The little screens where you hit you put the disc in and then you, uh, shoot, I
Oh,
forget the name of it.
you like hit the little plastic
The little
piece, right?
lever. Yeah.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. I cannot think of the name of it.
Somebody's gonna know. And
Somebody's
so I
gonna
had
know. Chat, let us know if you know what we're
that's it.
talking about. It was the little red plastic thing that you put the
Yeah.
little circular cards in.
I had one of
Um,
Thriller.
oh, that's cool.
And so I would have dad basically look into the little, I know it's got viewfinder or something in there, but it's I would have him look through that thing and then draw like there was one image of like the changing of the into the werewolf, and I would have him draw some of those images for me. So
That's such a
yeah,
cool
he
music video.
oh my God.
It's
That
like
changed, that would
I
probably change my
remember I
life.
remember seeing that when I was a kid and I was like I wasn't sure if I was like frightened or like amazed. I was like, holy shit, this is awesome. Like it's literally like a mini film. It's pretty
Yeah,
wonderful. Have you
yeah,
seen Captain EO?
yeah, of course.
Uh, yeah, Captain EO rules.
I meant it. There was
Uh,
like I doubt very seriously there was many little white dudes in trailers out in the middle of Tennessee bumfuck trying to be Michael Jackson. Just but anything I could find, magazines or whatever, I thought he was the coolest goddamn thing I'd ever seen.
that's funny. Okay, let's see. I'm like starting to miss comments. Art of MF said, "What up, guys? Good to catch a live."
Thank you. Good to have you.
Yeah, we'll try to start doing the public live streams on both Instagram and YouTube because people are all over the place. Monk Illustration said, "Do you ever find yourself saying ridiculous things to Todd even now because you're still nervous and can't believe that you're actually working with him?"
No, I don't say ridiculous. I say ridiculous things anyway, but for the most part, not because of that. Um there's still moments where I'll become kind of like my 15-year-old self will become aware and kind of take over and be like, "Hey, this is pretty fucking cool that you're working with Todd." But I'm grateful now. It's I just like working with him, and wait till you guys see the Freak, man. The
Yeah,
book that
Freak's
he
fucking
and I is
awesome.
currently doing together. It's everything. It is horror.
Yeah, it's really fucking cool. Um, Art of MF said, "Did you do a book before Poison Elves?"
Yes, I was doing Section 8 and Empty Zone before Poison Elves.
Art of War 805 said, "It's cool you've been drawing since 1990. It's hard to find comic book artists still drawing."
I I can't not. I've had gallery shows and all this and I've done film stuff and all that, and I think in every interview I've done, I've said like I love storytelling and I love drawing so much that I would really love to be, especially this aspect of it, for forever. I like making art. I like telling all this stuff. Thank you. There's some of us still out
Uh,
there. I think Mahfood,
yeah,
King
he's been
Mahfood,
around
he's still
for a
cranking.
minute.
He's still going at
Sometimes Jim Lee draws.
it. I think well, no, I guess Larson out of the image guys probably draws the most
Yeah, definitely. He's
because
still
he's
putting
still,
out like books. Yeah.
yeah, that's impressive. That is,
I think
yeah.
he does Savage Dragon like it's a little bit here and there. Like he'll do one or he does like four a year, but they're bigger. They're like 60 pages, I think.
Oh, oh, that's cool.
And Liefeld's doing Youngblood again.
And he's been all over the place, but he's pretty consistent as far as like he's been drawing.
Yeah, yeah, he's always doing books, but he is like back on it. Like he's
Nice.
really pushing it.
Did he get the?
Um,
You said back on Youngblood.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
did he get the rights? back for that? Because wasn't there a time when he didn't have them?
Yeah, I think so. The Extreme Universe is alive and well now, so it's in his hands.
I mean, I didn't need
We
to go
got
that
all.
far.
They got all. I was gonna say they got all the pouches.
Yeah, man.
They got all the armor, all the pouches, all the muscles on top of muscles, and no feet. No, I love it though. It's so fun. Let's see. Okay, so we have people saying it's a ViewMaster
There it is.
or a Viewfinder. I will accept both answers.
I think master was the name of the product and viewfinder. Isn't that where the part you actually look into?
Yeah, probably.
Thank you, internet people and awesome everybody. That's viewmaster. I was getting there. I was
Um,
getting there. I'd have come up with it maybe.
Dave said LOL. Oh, excuse me. Lee Smith said LOL. At least Liefeld is consistent, I guess. True. Hey, we're not. I'm not throwing any shade. I like his stuff. So
Did that
he just
artist
has.
edition
He
come out
has
or
his.
Vault edition?
Are you talking about the Savage Dragon one?
No, Liefeld was doing one, I think.
Oh, oh, was he? I didn't see that. I just knew
I
the
thought it was
Savage
supposed to come out
Dragon
this
one was
summer.
coming. Oh,
Oh.
it's news to me. I'll have to check. Um, let's see. What are people saying? Lee Smith said King of Pouches. Definitely. Um, Monk said apparently he's working with the guy that owns the rights. At least that's what I've heard.
That's terrible. I mean, that's great that he's able to, but I mean, like, it's also like, oh, working with the guy who owns the rights to
To
your
the thing
shit,
you made up.
to
Yeah,
the thing you made up. Like, I
that's
mean,
fucked up.
that's kind of like we've seen that before. I mean, that happened with Turtles for a while, right? Like,
Hmm.
because I mean, I don't,
Comcast had the rights to that
yeah,
for
I
the
don't know
longest
if
time. Yeah.
does Eastman have the rights anymore though, or does he just is he does he just do projects involving them because namesake?
Um, I'm not sure. I'd have to like look into the specifics. I
I would.
think I think Comcast technically, like Nickelodeon, still owns the rights to
Mm.
Turtles. Would have like kind of would a mistake to sell, but like also I could understand why you would. Art of MF said Eric Powell is still doing stuff too, right? Yeah, he did. He is.
Yeah. And that's one that a lot of people don't know is that, and my buddy Mike Norton, who does this book called Battle Pug, and also did the book Revival, which is now a TV show. Mike Norton and I were roommates, along with my buddy Sherrard Jackson, who does a story called Darby for Webtoons. But we were all roommates in Nashville, Tennessee, and then this guy I was kind of friends with that actually helped me out inking a few pages for Section 8 was Eric Powell. So we were literally all me, Sherrard, Mike, and Eric all were coming up out of Tennessee around the same time, which is kind of weird. Um,
Hmm.
like four comic book artists starting in Tennessee around literally at the same time, and 25 years later still doing it. Like and Eric's rocking what he's doing, and Mike's got his show and all that. Like, it's kind of cool.
That's pretty cool.
One day someone will do a
Uh,
weird documentary about us.
all right, let's see. Yeah, right. Yeah, you'll be interviewed.
Like, what the hell? Why are we these guys?
Dan Jurgens is still at it. Art of War said. Someone else said Brett Booth is still going. Prodigy Dan 76 says greetings from Paris.
Hey, thank you for coming.
Um,
We're doing Spawn sketch cards for those who are just joining us.
yep. Yeah, we're doing We're doing sketch cards. Plastic Pixit. I'm seeing this on my phone, and for a minute I thought Jason was with Keanu Reeves, but then I heard the voice. Laughing face.
You got to work on your Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, I'll get a high before the stream next time. We'll do a
Yeah.
John Wick stream next week.
Joe, I
Join
didn't
us
want
on
that
Patreon.
anyway.
Yeah, it'll be the Johnny Silverhand John Wick collab stream. You can join us on Patreon.
That's it. I would just like Joe to get high before the streams anyway.
Yeah, I get too high though,
Um,
because I don't get high ever. So I get too high, and then it's like not fun. It's like fun for me, but then I'm like, oh, I need to drive, and it's like, well, I'm just fucking stuck here. I guess I'll sit in my car.
I'm glad that's where that went.
Yeah, I'd rather just take some mushrooms and sit at home.
All right.
Larry Hama still writing, somebody said.
I got to meet him for the first time in Greece last year, and that was just that guy is fucking fascinating. Just absolutely a fascinating man to talk to. He has done everything in this life. He is a rock star. If you see him at a show and you want to just hear any kind of great story about anything, just ask, and I'm sure he's got it. It's yay, like, um, there's definitely guys still cranking it out. Like, not
Guys crank it
regular.
out every day.
I'd like the shut. I'd like it's just the ones like Kevin Nolan's still doing it, things like that. Kelly Jones is still pretty consistent. I'm interested in the guys that are consistently still drawing comics. Uh, and like uh, Kelly Jones is still cranking them out, and then for the most part, Dave McKeon still makes a graphic novel either once a year or once every other year or something
I
like
was gonna
that.
say, yeah, he does a lot of he's yeah, he's doing a lot of work.
I appreciate him because he's still like he didn't have to. He genuinely like these books he's doing. He genuinely loves the medium of comics and making comics. Uh, I just saw an interview with him talking about Lorenzo Matati and just the admiration he has for Matati, which everybody should because Matati is a fucking genius. But it was more than just like I like this guy's art, like because it's just there's something special about making comics. And for those who, I just like that an artist like McKeon like really has like that bug that like god damn it comics because now I just need to make comics. Like whether I'm exhibiting in
It's the
galleries or
same
doing
bug you
whatever.
had. You're like, fuck, I
Yeah,
love painting, but I gotta draw freak.
I
I
got
gotta
it.
get my
Well,
freak on.
I want to get back primarily to writing my own stuff as well. I do like
Yeah, I
working
mean,
with
Empty Zone's like coming along, and
yeah,
that'll
it's
be
getting
that'll be
there.
huge next year. Yeah,
Yeah.
and also since like you have the time right now to just like work on that, uh, I think it's like better you just take your time with it. There's no rush. Like there is, but there isn't. We don't have like a deep deadline for it. This is just like what we're aiming for.
Got my own deadlines.
Okay, so it bear with me, everyone. I'm having to jump between the two chats, so one gets a little more neglected when I jump back and forth.
Nobody
So
bear with him.
YouTube, yeah.
Give
Frodo
him
Cop
shit.
said, "Was Bill Sienkiewicz an inspiration also?"
Oh, absolutely. I've been fortunate enough to work long enough and to get to a certain place where um, I'm friends with a lot of my influences and inspirations, and Bill is one of those. And I love the man both as a human and as an artist. And there's a lot anybody who doesn't want to do uh, studio house style comics. There's a he pretty much he was one of the first guys to bring in like advertising and film illustration into comics, and I don't think it hasn't been the same since.
Okay, so it looks like, according to Dave, Eastman sold his shares to Laird years ago when they were still fighting, and then
Right.
Laird sold it for a few 100 million.
I
Beautiful. What a friendship.
I
No, I'm
just didn't
kidding.
know if it had ever gotten back to him because what was it?
I
Actually,
believe
that
Comcast still owns Ninja Turtles.
because the documentary was like, yeah, it bought because I remember in this one documentary I saw is like he sold his for like a couple of million with for Laird, like maybe a good maybe six, but then I think I want to say like Laird turned right around and then sold it for it was something like $66 million to Nickelodeon or
So
whatever, and he didn't cut.
mm,
Obviously, he didn't cut Eastman in on any of it, but it was like
Eastman had a tank he doesn't need anymore.
he did have a tank. The '90s and '80s were crazy.
Nickelodeon acquired global rights to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from the Mirage Group and 4Kids Entertainment Inc. and announced a new CGI animated television show. Okay.
Yeah, Mirage. That was the
Um, yeah, Mirage was like what they were publishing as for like years until they kind of just folded Mirage Studios. Um, Almighty 377 says, Jason, I love your work. Is the Sanger printing of your sketchbook still available? And have you stopped using the parallel pens? God bless.
uh yes, it's available. It's on the store site, the Big Cartel site right now. And the
Hmm.
second printing is awesome.
Almost sold out.
Um
Somebody
and
else asked if it was available. Yes, it's available. Yeah, go grab it before
no,
they're gone.
I haven't quit using the parallel pens. I guess I quit using them exclusively. There's a kind of a style that those pens kind of just come with, and I'm like, I like kind of seeing how I draw versus like how I draw with a parallel pen. But I still love it. As a matter of fact, it's one of those like picking up a quill or a nib. I picked one up the other day and I was like, well, I should be drawing more with this again. So really like it comes down to the real reason is I have ADHD, and so I will just literally jump from thing to thing. Um, and now yeah, I've been playing back around with the parallel pen and I'll come back to it.
Yeah, the other night you were using it at and you were microning like crazy at the
I
shrink and
didn't use
draw.
the parallel pen last night
No.
or Dream and Draw.
Oh no,
The-
the last live stream you were using it, I think.
Oh yes, the live
Yeah.
stream. Yeah,
And then you were microning and now you're using the brush pen.
I
It's
like.
always changing
I
it up.
couldn't remember the term microning.
I
Microning.
just coined that. Yeah.
There you go.
Microning. Co-picking.
Oh, that doesn't sound like you should be doing that in public. Copeking.
It's like, yeah, it sounds kind of gross. Let's see. What are people saying? Art of War said that's an amazing character, monster piece. That's a spawn, baby.
Fun because Spawn doesn't really have a lot of rules.
As long as he looks badass.
That's kind of it. Like,
That's
yeah,
that's
there's not.
literally Todd's only rule with Spawn. He just needs to look fucking cool. And if they can make a toy out of it, even better. I mean, I cannot wait for some freak figures. That's gonna be crazy.
That would be dope.
I know they're gonna happen. Art of MF said that's why I quit using the parallels for a while. It's got such a distinctive line and effect.
Yeah, like yeah. It's not. Yeah, it's an interesting thing. It's interesting that a tool comes across that really does kind of come with its own style that it's going to kind of push on you. Because anytime someone draws with a parallel pen, anytime I'm going through Instagram, you can see I'm like, oh, that's a parallel pen guy. Um, where microns and quills and brushes, you have to decipher.
Well, even like switching microns, parallel pens, brush pens, whatever, oil paint, like even digital, just like another tool in the bag.
Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. But that one tends to be like, you know what? And it's not exactly because you can pick up a a parallel pen and still suck at it. But I mean, to me, it feels like how people describe driving between a stick and an automatic. And parallel pen is a little bit too automatic for me.
Interesting. I recently started fucking with those, and I do enjoy them. But yeah, I know what you mean. It does have like a very distinct like feel and a look to it.
Yeah, and yeah, again, I use them still regularly, so it's not like I'm sitting, not going to be over here eating
It's
on
like
them.
for a desired effect, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, and there's something really, when I do want to use a quill and I can't, there is ways that you can just hit those edges and stuff, and it feels like that. They're incredible. If people haven't used them, they're incredibly fun to draw with.
I would like try to like crackle them on like
Yeah,
textured paper so they have a little bit of extra like splatter.
I would do that even with my nibs. I called it spickle for some reason. I would always like hit it the wrong way, and it would go.
Yeah, I do that with like the G pen. I'll like some of them I'll get like a X-Acto knife and I'll kind of like pry them a certain way so they have like a little more of a flick to them.
I'm more of a flick to 'em.
A little more of a flick to them. Okay, let's see. What are people saying? Are there any figures based on your art?
Oh,
Not yet, but I have a 3D printer next to me, so you can bet your sweet bippy that we might be doing some little figures
I haven't heard
in the
your sweet
future.
bippy in a long time.
uh, Lunch Doodle James says, caught you with the Ink Pulp crew a while back. Went out and bought the copies of Empty Zone right afterwards.
Oh, thank you. At least I hope to say thank you. I hope you enjoyed them. Thanks.
Yeah,
MG Zone is
he's like I didn't like them. There was too much nudity.
MG Zone's my
There's too
baby,
many
and
yabos.
it's coming back next year. Forgive Joe. He
Um,
needed to say the word Yabos today.
yeah. Now I'm gonna.
It,
It's either I sneak that in or I sneak in Spike. It's one or the other.
it's
You
really
pick.
unfair that you find ways to do both. I don't think that's it's not
Hey,
nice.
the Spy Kids hasn't been mentioned in like over a month. I like have been
I'm
trying not to
aware.
mention it. I like actively am like no, don't do it. Like my intrusive thoughts are like talk about it. I'm like no, don't.
Talk about Spy Kids.
Yeah,
Oh, it's either that or Monster Squad.
like sometimes yeah, sometimes I'll find the perfect up and I'm like no, I must resist. Um, Lunch Doodle James says watching Mahfood use a parallel pen makes me want to try it. You should.
Oh man, they're like, and it's truly
Take
like,
take the $9 dive. Just order one on
yeah.
Amazon and give it a try.
If you want to just dive in, there's not a pen that I enjoy more of drawing straight ink drawings than the parallel pen. Like if I'm not going to pencil and I'm doing a life drawing of somebody, like somebody at a coffee shop or whatever, that parallel pen is perfection. It's my favorite time to use that one. For professional work, I don't really as much anymore. I prefer several tools or whatever and playing with a different kind of line, but and especially with the parallel pen, I'd turn it on its edge and draw with the corner. Um, but the it's really fun to do life drawing with a parallel pen. Highly recommend it. And
Let's see. Art of
if
oh,
anybody's curious while this is happening, this is literally I'm dipping a water brush into gouache as
that was a
opposed to,
question on here. Art
yeah,
of MM said white gouache and an aqua pen.
that's it. Some people think that the
That is
pen
it.
itself has white ink in it, and I'm like, no, no, it's just water.
They
I
sell one of the brush pens, but James from our mentorship program sent me an image, and it's not very good. He sent
some
me. He
people.
had done all these tests of all the different kind of whites, and he because I we were asking about it, and he's like, he sent me this. Dude, I'll show you. It's like a whole diagram. He tested all the different kinds out, and I was like, that's probably the brush pen is probably the worst option.
Mm, yeah, I just
Uh, yeah, it
gouache is
just
my
didn't have
favorite.
that punch.
Yeah. For white, gouache is my favorite option, but if not, then for me, B is the big whiteout, not the Presto
Art of
brand.
War said, "Do you ever use discount supplies like cheap art supplies?"
Oh, yes. I mean, it depends on what you're talking about. For brushes, yes, because I'm a heavy-handed artist, and I tend to hurt my brushes. So I don't buy expensive brushes. Uh, with oil or gouache, I mean, you kind of you sh if you can afford better brands, it's not like it's not just brand identity, it's better quality um in the products itself. The my vocabulary is just gone for the moment, but um pigment, it has better some companies have stronger, better pigments in there, so that's going to keep the color longer. Some will fade. um Luckily, with the way I do tonal stuff, I bought one thing of whoever this is. This is probably Winsor Newton, but I bought one thing of gouache, and I've been using this thing for forever. So even if you spend a lot, uh, it's unless it's oil paints, things like that. Oh, and you find shortcuts. Like my underpaintings for my when I do oil work are all acrylic now. So I'll do the underpainting and get a good, the tonal painting kind of down. And then once everything starts feeling good, then I go in with really like rendering and everything with oil paint. So, and for those who don't understand that part, acrylic paint is cheaper. And so you can kind of go in and knock in your colors and get everything really kind of underpainted, and then start using your fun oils on top. It's just going to be dry in enough time.
Okay, let's see. Dave Fowler said, "I love the parallel pens, but I just bought some nibs and have been inking with those lately." Hell yeah.
That was my first. That was my first love. That was actually my only love until the parallel pen came along. I
I
would
like
only ink.
inking with a brush.
I sucked at. I like it now, but uh, I I couldn't get an edge. I felt like every time I inked with a brush, it looked like Jack Kirby. Not as an insult to Kirby,
Mm.
but like I didn't want that smooth, swishy line, and I couldn't seem to get anything else. I
Oh, I
figured out
use
now, but like,
yeah,
yeah.
I use like Trekell brushes, and I use their like watercolor brushes. And
Uh-huh.
there's like a couple that I have that I just go back to. I actually had to buy a second set. I had to buy one for just black ink and then one for actually watercolor because I'm bad about cleaning them. So,
Yes. Same.
and they're expensive, so it's like I want to keep them nice. Okay, let's see. Almighty 377 says, interesting. It was Jason that got me to try out parallel pens, went out and got almost every size. Thank you for that.
Oh yeah. What's your favorite size? Mine was the blue one for the longest time, but I've started just
I like the
um
green one.
yeah. I've been yellow in it or oranging for a long time lately.
Oranging.
Oranging.
Uh,
I can't
um,
make the words up like you can. See? I can't. I don't have
well,
it.
speaking of making up words, Lee Smith said, "Microning, are you going to patent that? And does Robert Rodriguez pay you every time you mention Spy Kids?"
He pays him every time he mentions microning.
He does. Every time I mention Floop or the Cortez family, he I get a
Stop it.
little check. That's how I bought my new car.
Stop. Spike. Stop.
Almighty says, "Oh wow, just noticed the title of the video. Happy birthday."
Oh, what is the title for the video? Go.
Birthday live stream or birthday art stream
Yeah, tomorrow. For those
tomorrow. The big 5-0.
for those who just joined us, I also share my birthday with my brother Rodney Barnes. It's his birthday tomorrow as well. And if you don't know why I even mentioned that, you should pick up Philadelphia because he's an
And
incredible writer.
Blackula.
And Blackula.
I love the Blackula book.
Me too. And thank you.
Yeah, it's really fun. And we're gonna be doing some Blackula prints soon. So
Yeah.
I'm excited for those. Art of MF said the white brush pen is ass. I like the Presto, but it yellows so fast. Yeah, Presto is like lethal, isn't it? It's like so toxic smelling.
Is that the whiteout?
Yeah,
I don't I used it didn't catch on the same popularity as Presto, but I like the yellow Bic. These are my go-to. These are my absolute go-tos. Um, I think you can control the white better. I dig the hell out. Just the only ones I get.
just the old school Bic
Yeah, the pens. The pens
Bic
are
rollerball.
amazing. Um, yeah, I should be paid by them because that's literally I'll just use those things. I don't like the little Presto guys. I'll fix the neck later. Oh, because he needs the thing. Forgot his cowl.
Mm. Do you prefer Oral-B or Colgate brushes for the ink splatter? Drew said. Drew Ragland. Oral-B or Colgate? That's a good one.
That is a question I've never been asked. And the answer is whatever happens to end up. Yeah, there's oftentimes it'll just be. Sometimes it's been my old toothbrush, but then I just buy packs of.
Oh, do you use new ones?
I do sometimes.
Oh, damn. I'm like a recycle reuse. The best is when I go on a trip and I get like the disposable ones that I use for like whatever it is, like 2 or 3 days for the trip.
Yeah,
And then I come back, I'm like, oh yeah, now I have a new one to ruin.
nice.
I like getting the electric ones, but like before the battery dies, then using those because it just has its own, like you just turn it on and it does its own thing.
Nice. Blah 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 blah.
Let's see. Lunch Doodle James, happy birthday, by the way. Red Catman says, I'll be level 50 in November.
Yeah, 50 club.
Blackula is rad as fuck. Art of MF says. Lee Smith says, LOL, I knew it. Yep. I get that Troublemaker Studio check every time. Lunch Doodle says, I leveled up to 50 2 years ago. Welcome to the club, folks.
You just start getting fucking AARP envelopes in the mail.
Life alert.
I got that AARP thing. I was like, stop it. Why? Is there a discount? Like, okay. I'm not saying I'm thrilled,
Next time
but
we
I'm
next time we do the drink and draw, I'm gonna ask if they have a senior discount.
right. because I'm just saying Denny's discount starts at 50. I might be okay with that.
Is Denny's still open?
There's one literally across the street.
Oh, you're right. There is. Um, damn. Yeah. It never looks open, to be fair. It always looks a little abandoned. We used to hang out at Denny's and drink coffee all night in high school.
And Denny's are
Yeah, always. I'd be in Denny's drawing until who knows what hour. Like we'd just go there and we'd hang because you could just buy the one cup of coffee and they'll keep refilling it, and they'll never force you to leave. So we would just like kind of like post up there.
nice. In Tennessee, it was Waffle House.
Was Waffle House always crazy,
Yep.
or is that like more? Oh, it was.
Literally, the last time I went into a Waffle House was visiting some friends in Tennessee. Um, and it was like sun was almost about to pop out, so it was like 5:30 in the morning, maybe 6. And as we were walking in, this dude rushed out and knocked into me, and I thought I called him a dick, but kind of just under my voice. And then we walked in, and everybody was just staring there, and we were like, "What's going on?" And so he had just robbed the place at gunpoint.
Oh,
Um, and
lovely.
so it's like, "Oh, Waffle House." So
You're
um,
like, can I still get the waffles though?
they're like, we're not gonna, you can't be served or whatever because we're waiting for the police. And we're like, oh, so we left.
You're like, you're like, I
So
thought Waffle House never closed.
so Waffle House has definitely been crazy from the start.
That's wild. Lunch Doodle says, when was the last time your thumb wasn't black?
Yeah.
For real.
I have missed my thumb because I've been drawing digitally for so long. So I only get my thumbs like this on Thursdays now. Or now, not yeah, because I don't really do spatter when we do drink and draws, and so
It's
um,
just when we're doing commissions and the live streams.
yeah. Well, if I'm doing a black and white piece, period, I'm going to spatter it, but those just tend to be live streams lately,
Yeah.
uh, and it's great because again, I really missed drawing physically, so these live streams have been so awesome.
Let's see. Punk show at Denny's, at the Denny's. Art of MF. What about the metal show at the gas station? Have you seen that video of the band playing? It's a bunch of teenagers. They're playing inside of a Denny's. It's like a hardcore show.
Uh-uh. That
You
sounds fun.
Yeah, and he's like, "What's up, Denny's? What the fuck is up?"
No.
It's called the Denny's Grand Slam, I think is what the video is called. It's like a pretty old like internet video. I'll have to show it to you when we're done because it's great. I'm kind of surprised. Lee Smith said, "I have to leave for work at Disneyland later, guys. Later, Lee."
Later. Enjoy your work at Disneyland.
Have you ever drank from the cup you clean your brushes in?
Yep. No, I answered
I
too
must
quickly.
drink paint thinner more than once because it was next to my coffee.
I'm not convinced you have a drunk paint thinner. Um,
I am, dude. Paint thinner makes you invincible. You didn't know that?
that's what Van Gogh said. Did you see the Tim Roth Van Gogh?
I don't know.
It's what was it? Vincent and Theo is the name of the movie.
Let
I
me
highly
see.
recommend
This
it.
looks
Tim
familiar.
Roth
Oh,
is
I have seen this. Yeah,
so
I
like
have indeed.
right before he cuts his ear, he takes like a sip, like one or two drinks. He forces himself to drink once or twice from his turpentine. I'm just like, I'd cut my ear off too if I just did that. Like, my God.
That band I'm going to see on Saturday, Calistel Boys, they have a shirt that says huffing paint thinner makes you invincible. Prove me
Yeah.
wrong. I was like, damn.
Terrible.
And it's like
and
for some reason the shirt's pink.
to answer the thing, like I do, uh, especially when I was doing morning drawings in my sketchbooks, I um I would do a lot, or I would drink out of my I would dip a brush in my coffee and tone a lot of my drawings, and then I would wind up still drinking my coffee, unless my wife caught me, and then she would put them in a separate cup.
Let's see. Art of MF says we got to get you in the C Comic Wellspring Spilled Ink live draw show soon, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, hit a hit me up and we'll figure it out. Art of MF, because I know you guys were asking about that before. Um,
I just
they
sent a.
resurrected the Denny's show in Long Beach or something recently with Wacko.
Oh,
Oh, nice. Uh,
I haven't heard that name in a long time.
Wacko.
Yeah, it closed, right? You know what I'm talking about? Wacko? Wasn't
Yeah.
that the gallery?
Well,
Am
yeah,
I
I
thinking of
believe it
something else?
was. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a gallery named that, but
Yeah.
yeah, the soap plant.
What was his name? Billy. Billy.
Yeah, I think it did. It did close, didn't it?
Fuck was the guy?
It
Yeah.
says they're open
Billy
right now.
Shire. It was the Billy Shire Gallery. That was his thing. Was the store was Wacko, but he opened up a second space called the Billy Shire Gallery. I think both. I don't think any of it's around anymore.
It says they're open right now. They
Well,
close at
apparently,
7.
so it's still there.
Lunch Doodle says you tackle digital art so well, next to impossible to distinguish from traditional. Special digital brush or generic?
Mostly generic. It's I have a different thing I'm going for, I guess, as opposed to just drawing. I'm still trying to draw everything in the way that I like it to look, and that just, I guess, happens to be traditional tools. And so I keep working at one thing until it works. But I mean, there's um ink there's a Procreate brush that just comes with Procreate called Inca. I highly recommend that one. I use that one a good amount on my line art. It feels most like a brush pen. Um, and then there was those, whatever those Jen Dunst, or what a good one was is the Comics Max pack is a good one too.
Oh,
They
from
have
yeah,
Yeah, they have a
Max.
sable in there that I'm a huge fan of. So no, I don't really have special brushes. I still work with line art. I still try to be raw even in the digital, and then um I have a couple of really nice spatter brushes that I've either bought or whatever, but I didn't make any of them.
Yeah, I don't think your approach really changes much with digital.
No, I still try to use, like, sometimes near the end, and I get really, if I get scared or overthink about a project, then I create a lot of layers. But for the most part, I try not to use a lot of layers, because then it makes you think in that more physical, traditional way. Like when I'm putting spatter on line art, I often will put the spatter on the same layer as the line art. And so it gives me that same kind of like, uh-oh kind of thing of how do I fix this?
Yeah, you
Sometimes,
got to think outside the box.
like some artists need the consequences, and I do too. I just, every once in a while, I don't need them as harshly every time anymore. But a lot of guys will stick with traditional stuff purely because of that. Something like they need consequences. I think
Um,
Sienkiewicz is something like that too. He needs to be able to know that he's like fucked up a piece, so then he can spend the rest of his time fixing it.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I, yeah, I'm terrible with the layers. I'll start working on the wrong one, and I'm like, well, I should just probably do it kind of all on one.
If I go through the list and I'm just like, undoing and doing layers, you're just like seeing someone's half a face or an eyebrow. I'm like, oh no, with the
Yep.
background. I'm like,
Yeah, random stuff will disappear. You're like, oh fuck, and it's like I'll just mush them all together. Who cares? The
there's
worst is when you're
so many
doing like,
times.
because I do a lot
Yeah,
of like merch and stuff. When I do, I'm doing something specific, and
yeah,
it needs to be layered because it's graphic, and
yeah.
then it's not. It's on the wrong, and then I have to figure out how to get it out of there.
Oh,
Yep,
yeah, man, I'm not.
good
Get out of
times.
my bag.
Steve Viner on YouTube said, apart from McKean, do you have any other Brit illustrators you follow?
Bisley,
I
the
was gonna
man,
say, if
the
it don't
main
say
man.
that, I swear to God. Yeah, he's the best.
One of my absolute favorite, not just British artists, but painters in general.
I think when I started, that was like we immediately bonded over our love of his work.
Right.
Or like, yeah, I remember like the first like hour and a half I was here, we were just talking about like Bisley and I think Sienkiewicz. We're just like nerding out.
That would make sense.
Uh, Gen X Comics says, "Hey JSA, love your work. Thanks again for your appearance on the Gen X Virtual Con."
Thank you.
Mm,
You guys so
Lunchstool
nice.
says, "Sankowicz legend, fellow Canuck." I'm not even sure what that's referring to.
Cambridge isn't Canadian, is he?
Mm, I don't. I don't think so.
I think he's New Yorkian. Uh, it's Canadian as all get out.
Art of MF says Hewlett is pretty iconic too. Yes, indeed.
He's pretty iconic.
Jamie Hewlett, Tank Girl, Gorillas, Foo Action.
British? I thought he was. Was he
Yeah,
Brit? I thought he was Australian. Just
no,
does
he's
does a
British.
book that takes place in Australia. Yeah. Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, he's British. He's a Londoner.
Then yes. For comic artists, yeah. For other, um, especially people that are alive, I guess. Um, Jenny Seville, she's one of my favorites. Phenomenal painter. I was gonna say Lucian Freud, but he's not around either.
Oh, you know who's a good British illustrator? He does comics. He does his own stuff. Ewan, that
Yeah.
guy I think. Yeah, that guy's fucking nuts.
Oh, I didn't know he's British.
Yeah, he is. He's a beast. He's English. Yeah, yeah. I think he's British. He's got an accent. That guy's fucking nuts, though. Let me see what his Instagram name is, so people can go check him out. His Instagram name is Ewan again. I'll put it in the chat so people can go check him out. This guy. Go check him out. Tell him we sent you. And I put in the oh shit. I put in the YouTube chat as well. So actually I'll put his YouTube handle in the YouTube chat. But we like this guy. I showed him to Jason and he's fucking nuts.
Yeah, let's say cool.
Yeah,
I
his
was.
YouTube videos are fucking funny too.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen his video.
Yeah, he talks. He just does like streams by himself and he talks to himself, and it's fucking awesome. He just gets all goofy and crazy. And he makes fucking killer art. I always want to get his comics, but they're always sold out. Like he sells through them quick. Um, Somebody said, "Dude, you are awesome. Any tips on inking when it's too much? When it is too much?"
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I'm a little lost on that one. When it is too much,
And
I
I'll
don't know.
apologize because I'm tired, so it could very well be obvious.
Steve Viner said, "Bisley Horn God, Lucian is immense."
Nice. My favorite English painter, though, would be Bacon. Um, Especially in my fine artwork, Francis Bacon is a huge influence. But yeah, that would be my favorite as far as British painters.
Oh, James is here. He said, "Ewan is great. Also check out Lobster Robin." I don't know if I'm familiar with the Lobster Robin. I'll have to check that out. There's this really cool artist I found. His name on Instagram is Long Johnson. Long Johnson. And I think he works on video games, but his shit's really cool too. He's got that like crazy kind of messy ballpoint kind of style like Ewan has. Oh, when it is too much. Any tips on inking when it is too much was the question.
And what is too much?
I'm not sure. It is too much. Maybe like too much ink. I don't know. We need clarification. Do you have a favorite like Spawn verse character besides Spawn?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Spawn burst character. Uh, I know there was not that it's coming off the top of my head. I mean, I liked the clown and Violator and all that stuff. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I like Clown.
Oh, when I was a kid or when I was younger, buying the things like medieval Spawn blew me away and stuff like that. But um, no, beyond Spawn, I think he's actually still my favorite in that world.
Gunslinger Spawn's pretty cool. Something about just Spawn with a fucking waistcoat, and a gun looks so cool.
Speaking of which, I ordered it really early because I was scared they would all be sold out. But I got my son one of the costumes for K-pop Demon Hunter. Um, the Soju Boys at the end when they come out and perform and to take everybody's soul. That's the costume, the black with all the little things. He
Oh,
loves
with
them
like
too.
the tattoos and stuff.
Yeah. So I got
Nice.
him. I ordered that costume like forever ago because he's obsessed over that movie.
Did it come yet?
Yeah, it came yesterday, and it was one of those nice surprises where it was like legit. I'm like, oh, like everything is where it's supposed to be.
Hell yeah.
Uh,
Are you
they
gonna
all
dress up
fit.
with
It
him?
was all cool. If he wants me to.
You should go as like the big cat, and you can just put like glowing like eyes, like with the little,
I
or you could
just
just put the little bird on your head with the little
he's
hat.
oh, I like the bird on the head. Yeah.
That
Yeah,
was such a
I,
good light touch. That movie's so fun. I'm glad I
the,
watched that. Thanks for the rec.
absolutely the absolutely the great touch with that is the dialogue, honestly,
Mhm.
because the whole why does the bird wear the hat? I made it for the tiger. Bird just keeps stealing it. Like that's genius.
Yeah,
That's nice.
so good. There are some crazy Eastern European painters too, like the Bakinski.
Oh, we're gonna just get into some
Yeah.
painters all over the place. I will just start throwing them out there. I like the narrowing it down to British for a moment. But yeah, you start getting into like German and then some Argentinian artists, and then they're like, yeah, art's beautiful, man. You can get influenced and inspired by so many different kinds all over the place. It's just um, and now over all these years, having done art, like I have so many books from just so many artists and all over time, all over the world, and they're all, if they're here, they have some kind of impact on me. And I just, yeah, I can just wax a moment and just say that, yeah, it's just fortunate to be able to make art. I love being able to make pictures, and I love seeing how other people make pictures. It's kind of the best fucking thing.
T. Britain, Bacon, and Henry Moore space is heart-stopping. Steve Viner says. I feel like there might
Bacon
have
in
needed to be
in
some
some,
punct. Yeah, I feel like there's punctuations missing there, but that's okay.
as in like there's some bacon work at a gallery. That's what you're talking about?
It says Tate Britain, Bacon,
Oh yes.
and Henry Moore. Space is heart-stopping.
Ah, I saw a really lovely retrospective years ago in New York on Bacon, and I did see him in like the portrait gallery in London. I did see the work there, but when I was in what was it? When I was in Florence, Italy, we stopped by some little random what I thought was some little random gallery, and they were literally in the middle of a Francis Bacon retrospective themselves. And it was really just it was a beautiful he's just always he's such my favorite painter. And what really stuck out is if you know his work and you've seen books on his stuff, you've seen a photo of his studio with his last painting on it that he died in the middle of the not in the middle of painting, but it was up on the easel when he died. Um, the gallery in Italy had that painting, and it was just
Whoa,
to get to
that's
see it.
cool.
Yeah, it was a traveling show, and to get to see it was just that guy's work and his philosophy on painting is has really steered a lot of my own direction as far as like uh emotive uh emotive content over being exact. um and yeah, there's just nothing about his work. You can't walk by a Francis Bacon painting and just be like, oh, like you either walk by a Francis Bacon painting and start drooling, or you walk by one and be like, my God. But but like that's the point. It needs there's a great painter named Patrick Graham who said like great art needs to hit in the armpit and the groin. And
That
and
is
I
a
was
good
like,
one.
yeah, he's like this beautiful Irish painter. And I loved that line so much. And I was like, yeah, even with my comics work, I want it to be emotional. I want it to be emotive. I don't want anyone to pass by something I've done. I want you to hate it or love it, man. Because that middle part is boring. Being, but
Yeah,
yeah,
just like the
I just
lukewarm, like, oh, that's cool.
yeah, like if you're gonna make images, you're gonna make art, go for it. Never uh just my own tirade. Never consider as rude as this might sound, never consider the audience, because the audience has to be you. You can't paint or make art for somebody else. The only thing you can do is make art for you, and then the goal is that other people who relate to what you're doing and going through find that art, um, and it affects them as well. But so that it just kills the argument. Anytime I've tried to paint for an audience or do paintings that I thought were palatable or available, that kind of a thing, not like, oh, these I'll do paintings that aren't as crazy and then that'll sell. They've always been my
It
worst
never
shows.
does. I was gonna say it never fucking does. It's not worth trying to
No, you
do
just
that.
work for yourself. Even Todd, when he talks about Spawn, he's like, he doesn't draw or do anything for an audience. He just does stuff that he thinks is going to be cool, and he
He's
pretty much
fulfilling
assumes that
the 10-year-old in him. He's like, look at all the guns.
yeah, and he's like, he knows he'll say, he's like, I'm not a unique butterfly or a unique snowflake. So I was like, I assume there's tons of people out there like me, and they might think it's cool too. And I was like, well, there you go. So yeah, you can just the best thing you can do with your art is to make it for you because someone out there is going to relate to it, and they won't relate to it if you're just trying to pander to people. You got to really just speak it honest, and then that's what's going to touch people. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Uh, okay, so there was clarification on that question from earlier that didn't make sense. It says, how to balance your blacks, make sure everything you did not overdo it.
Squint, squint. Uh, Start knocking in. One of the things from guys like the horror guys, like from Wrighton to Eric Powell, is to knock in the big blacks first. Um, but oftentimes I will still kind of sketch things out or start inking in kind of silhouettes, and I'll squint. I'll step back and I'll squint. You tend to see the balance that way. And even if even if your scene calls for something different, I've added large chunks of shadow in backgrounds or on faces just because as I was like squinting and getting the balance of everything, um, you could just I was like, oh, okay, this is all just goes way over here, or hey, this needs to focus over here. Um, but yeah, a lot of honestly squinting so you can just see things in their simplest form and their shapes, and that's how you can balance your pictures better. Or
Well, there you go.
or taking a small photo on your phone, because then when you see it on your phone, and there's something about seeing it in a different context. So when you see it tiny on your phone, you can see flaws. You can see flaws in it much faster. It's what we were talking about with flipping the work around.
Yeah. Yeah. If you, for anyone that doesn't know, like if you are drawing on a piece of paper and you hold it up to the light, like flip it around and hold it up to the light, you can see things you couldn't see before.
Yeah, put that thing against a window facing outward so you can see the
Hmm.
entire thing you're working on backward. Um, because if you can flip it horizontally, you'll be able to see imperfections in the composition very quickly, and it really helps you see it. I've oftentimes been scared. I've been somewhat happy with the drawing, and then I'm like, oh no, I didn't flip it around. I'm like, because it really, I was like, I don't want to now because I kind of like it, but I know if I flip it around, it's going to show me something that's wrong,
All the shit
and if
that's
I
wrong with
fix it,
it.
it's
Yeah.
going to be better. Like, but you just don't want to. And then, yeah, 8 out of 10 times I'll flip it around and be like, okay.
I forget, but sometimes, yeah, I know what you mean. Like sometimes I'll just straight forget. And I'm like, at this point, it's not,
Right.
I'm just going to move on to the next one.
There's a,
Uh,
th-
Yo,
mm,
Ewan is here. He says it's peace finger and an explosion.
well,
What's up,
that's
Ewan? We
that's both
we mentioned
things.
him and he appeared.
We are Kevin Costner.
Jason Keene says bacon and eggs. Walk into a bar. Bartender says, "Sorry, we don't serve breakfast here."
But um, uh, it's
He also said Bob Ross, greatest painter ever.
I love it.
And then for anybody that doesn't know, tomorrow is Jason's birthday, so we're doing this stream today. Our usual Patreon live stream. We're doing it
earlier.
We're having a little public celebration, and we're working on the King Spawn 50 1 in 1,000 like variant sketch cards. So that's what we're doing. Bunch of little Spawn sketch cards. They're not that small.
And I don't even think this one really became a spawn when it just kind of became a
Well, so
solar.
that one will be on Big Cartel later.
So keep your eye out. Yeah, I think I was gonna like just try to finish them up and then I got tired. I hit I hit my wall, as we say it at my house.
Can
I
you
hit
give
my
him the
wall.
clown makeup?
I can give him anything. I can give him his little spawny eye makeups and I can give him clown makeup. I don't know if they want clown though.
Mm, yeah, they didn't say they didn't want him.
That's
They,
not the standard of which I want to.
it's celebrating King Clown 50. Let's see. Art of MF, I'm out of here, gents. Have a good night. Great sketch cards. Later, MF.
Thanks, man. Take you.
She's Bond 92 says happy birthday.
I thank you.
Ewan said that flipping your art thing is so true. I do that obsessively, and I feel like it's always obvious if you haven't done it. Everything's lopsided as fuck.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had a cover that way, and I was so pained when I turned it around because it wasn't a simple like, oh, that shoulder's whatever. I was like, oh, the whole thing is skewed. Like, and you just don't know. Like, you need that change of perspective. It's important.
There's always like the what is that? Like the fresh eyes shit too. Like you
Yeah,
leave it, come back to it later, and you're like, motherfucker. Like
I know.
I
I try not to finish anything except for like these things like commissions and stuff. I try not to finish anything on day one. I really prefer coming back for covers and everything else to come back on second day just to see and make sure everything is on the up and up. A lot of times it is, but oftentimes I found myself correcting a couple of things.
yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I very rarely like finish anything in one go anymore. It's like a ongoing because yeah, I'll see shit that I want to change. Like that piece I was sending you that I was working on with that giant wing. It's
Yeah.
very different than it looked when I first started it. Now at this point, because I've restarted it like 3 times because I'm like I keep doing it and I'm like I fucking don't like this. Let me start over one day. Uh, Okay, so Red Catman said, Jason, a couple of streams ago, you guys liked my avatar picture, Red Catman. So I decided to finally make a book about him. My grandfather used to tell me the story, tell the story to my dad, and then my dad told the story to me. Well, that's awesome.
You're gonna make a book?
Yes, make a book.
Is that what that thing
Yeah,
was?
he's making a
Yes.
book about Red Catman.
Yeah,
If I
yeah.
recall, there was lore of what that is.
I love that.
Because we were asking about it, because the icon, I think he drew his little avatar picture. Oh, that's cool. I like the red on that.
I don't know. That
How
may
many
or
of
may not.
those have you done?
Is it? It's
We're
five.
we're only supposed to do five. I was gonna say we're only supposed to do five, but they did send us a lot of extra sketch cards.
So if you guys want a sketch card,
Yeah,
you know where to go.
shouldn't have sent them if they didn't want us doodling on 'em. Sorry, Thomas.
Oh yeah, it's almost two. We gotta go. We
Yeah.
get to.
Did
We gotta get out of here.
you want to get out of here? All right.
I think you. I mean, yeah. I thought you had
I
to
mean,
kick
yeah.
me out sooner than
My
this.
my thing's not till later. I gotta still
All right.
upload that sketch tour video. We can hang for a few more minutes.
I going.
Red Catman said, I've got 24 pages done so far. I think I'm going to make the book 8 by 8 or 10 by 10. That's rad. Yeah, keep going.
We're fans of the square books in this place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what's the size on spilled ink?
9 by 9.
Yeah. And then for anyone watching, we have a couple more of these, the second printing. They are available in our big cartel store.
Go get them while
Go
you
get
can.
them. It's the infamous Inktober sketchbook, but as a sketchbook.
Something you can actually get.
Yeah, there's only a few more left, so go get them before they sell out. I am working on shipping them all, so be patient with me, but they're shipping. It's a one man shipping team over here. It's just me.
I mean, I'm normally there as well, but I'm just there to spit whiskey at him when he ever slows down. That's that.
Spit whiskey at the sober person. That's insane.
Spits whiskey in my eyes. I wouldn't if you worked
If I
faster.
worked faster. Yeah. Let's see. Somebody said it's hip to be squared. Dow said that. That's great.
Took
Maybe
me
we'll
a
use that
second.
for one of our sketchbooks.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Thanks for giving us cool
Uh,
ideas on the internet.
yeah, that's a good one. Ron91D said, "Happy birthday! Wishing you many more awesome and amazing years, and hoping the day is going excellent for you."
The day is going excellent, and I'm going to leave here.
I was
Go
gonna say
pick.
his day's gonna go better when he gets away from me.
I'm having a good day. It just gets exponentially better when I go and pick up my son today, and so we're gonna go screw around.
Are you guys gonna go to
Yeah.
the comic book store?
Uh, no, it's depending on what the day is like. We'll mostly stay on. Cause now it's rainy. We were gonna go to the park, so now we got to figure out something else. Probably, yeah. I got to figure out something else.
Go
But
home and watch K-pop Demon Hunters.
it's yeah, that's it. He likes doing the makeup and stuff, so maybe we can just do makeup
Oh,
and
I love
special
when you
effects.
send me the makeup, the like effects that you guys do. That shit's so cool.
That's the best. If I let's find out.
I don't know if final order has happened for this yet, but these are sketch cards for anyone who's just joining us for King Spawn 50. So these are, I believe, the 1 in 1,000 incentive. You'll get a sketch card. I think that's how this is supposed to. I think they're randomly inserting them.
You mean randomly?
Month.
Really?
I think so. I don't know. They might be. I mean, that's what they did with other stuff. Um, Battle Beast. I think they did that, and then that new Batman book, the Batman #1, the new one.
Yeah.
There's like a new Batman #1 every fucking year, sometimes twice a year. Um, but I believe they did some sort of like random inserting, and the odds were like 1 of 1,000. Monster Joe Art said, "Damn, that is so cool." Red Catman, can you recommend a good printer or website to print my book? Yeah, Comics Wellspring. That's if you're in the US, that is the place to go, especially if you want to do Square because they give you all the options and they
Yeah.
kind of more specialized to like comics and small creators.
I had a friend who couldn't find it yesterday, and so if you can't find it through Comics Wellspring, just look up Greco Printing. Um,
They're on Instagram, so I think they told me because I was having an issue getting on the website when we were trying to put in the order for the first building, and they had to send me a direct link.
mm,
But the link's also in their bio on Instagram. If you like look it up through Google, it doesn't allow it for some reason. It doesn't work. I don't. Um, I'm in Canada, he said. Well, they might ship to
they're in
Canada,
Michigan.
I would
They'll,
imagine.
yeah, that'd be fine.
You could drive down,
All right,
pick up your
that's enough
books.
spawn today. That's enough. I can't even come up with a thing like spawning around. They're just terrible. So I'm just,
Spewing spawns.
I'm gonna go home and hang out with my kid until my other one gets back home, and then I'll turn 50 tomorrow. That's how I'm gonna do it.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna go stand in a cemetery in the rain and watch a band play.
Which is what you don't do when you turn 50 anymore. um, thank you everybody for your birthday wishes. Thank you for everybody for going by a big cartel and buying a book.
Yep.
Thanks
Yeah.
everybody for your
Your
support.
copy. We're almost sold out. This is the
Uh,
second printing. Once these are gone, I don't know if we're doing a third printing.
it's
So if
such a
you
cool
want it,
book,
grab
guys.
this shit. Go get it.
I'm proud of this one. It's got a lot of cool
It's
stuff in
really fucking cool.
it.
And don't miss
Everybody
it
have.
because everybody missed the last ones and then they complained about it. So we made more. So go buy them, sell them out.
That's true. That's true. Then we till past the yeah. All right, I'm leaving. So you
All
guys,
right.
thank you,
Bye,
everybody,
everybody.
and have an amazing weekend.